Hey everyone, welcome back to 5 Day Crypto. My name is Chase. Today we're going to talk about Link versus Ethereum. We don't often do videos like this, but we're going to do it now. So if you liked the video today, give us a thumbs up, follow, subscribe, like, whatever you want to do, and let's get right into it. Link Ethereum on the weekly chart. This is where we're going to start. So overall, Link has basically trended up for the first few years of its life against Ethereum. But when Ethereum makes a run from a few $100s to $4,000, it's tough for anything to keep up. So Ethereum, this is that Ethereum run right here. So right now, what is under my personal opinion, that we're due for a move back to the upside against Ethereum for Chainlink. I think we'll look back on these levels in a few years from now and see that this was the buying opportunity of a lifetime to purchase Chainlink with your Ethereum. I personally believe that Chainlink will never be this low in value again against Ethereum. Now, this has nothing to do with the US dollar. This has nothing to do with Bitcoin. This is just Link's valuation against Ethereum. So this is where we are. This red line here is our 200-week moving average. Just came into play. Why? Because Link is just this old. Ethereum's been around longer. If you go look at Ethereum charts, it has a little bit more history, but Chainlink does not. This is the 200-week moving average. Now, what is going to be our key level to watch for a big explosion? Well, I got a few things to show you today in this video. First and foremost, our 21-week EMA moving average, exponential moving average right here. This will be our big roadblock. If we clear that, much bluer skies ahead. Bigger moves are on the horizon once we close multiple weekly candles above that. We have not done that in quite some time, basically since Ethereum really started moving, making its run from a few hundred to multiple thousands. So let's drop down to the daily and see if we see anything else. So we're starting to turn the ship around. It looks like although look at the moving averages here. We want to see these start crossing back to the upside. We want to get our moving averages sorted from least to greatest like this. Look at what happened about a year ago today, August, right? August is really, it turned around almost a year ago exactly, right? Really started moving to the upside against Ethereum. Maybe we're going to start repeating this cycle. Late summertime moves, that would be fine with me. We got to start seeing these cross. We could probably see this happen maybe sometime this week, early next week. If we see this happen on a daily time frame, that would be great news for Chainlink versus Ethereum. Now let's go look at the RSI. This is the weekly RSI for Link Ethereum. You notice any trends here? Well, Link tends to do pretty well when it's up here, which is above the 50 line, right? Above 80 is kind of above 80 is overbought. You want to think about selling when we're up in here. And conversely, when you're down in here, you want to think about buying, oversold. But usually you want to wait till it's a little bit lower. But as you can see, we're pretty much at pretty low floor levels for Link ETH. Look back here. Again, look at the time frame. July, summertime, makes nice moves against Ethereum. Let's see what we do again. Right now, we're here. What do we need to do to have more confluence that we are going more sustainably to the upside? Well, two things. One, we need to take out this high right here. We need to make a higher high. That is right about 46. Level 2, well, that 50 line, right? Look at that kind of support and resistance. It seems to act pretty much as support for the Link ETH pair. Well, if we get above that and we can come back and maybe hold that as support and then shoot to the upside, yeah, big things in store. Okay, so that's what I would want to watch for. Going back to Link Ethereum here, look at these valuations up in here. 0.045, say roughly. So if we got back to that level now, what would the value in USD be for Chainlink? I'm glad you asked. Roughly, right now, if Ethereum stayed the same at roughly $2,500, Ethereum was 2,500, which won't happen, right? It won't stay at 2,500 if Link's going back up here. But theoretically, if we kept Ethereum prices the same and Chainlink got back to 0.045, That'd be a rough, just over $100 Chainlink. Okay. Now, is that going to happen? No. If Chainlink's rising, Ethereum will probably slowly rise too, right? At the most. So let's say Ethereum doubles and Chainlink makes this massive move, right? Which is probably still pretty conservative. So Ethereum goes to 5,000, which I still think is very conservative for this next move up. I think Ethereum will be 10,000 or even higher. That's my personal opinion based on many things, but that's neither here nor there. Let's so double that. Ethereum's at 5,000. That puts Link well over 200. Okay, so think about it. It's not that crazy to see a $200 Chainlink in the coming months, years, whatever. Our next leg up, somewhere between $150, $200 Chainlink, I think is easily on the cards. Certainly this valuation, and that's only getting back to our previous all-time high against Ethereum. I think Link could be doing in store for another substantial move like this. What if we come back and, you know, dwarf this, right? What if this peak here is this peak and we just pull a massive move against it? You know, Link has a lot of things going for it. It's substantially undervalued in my opinion, and once people wake up to see the importance of Chainlink, I think we will see a similar move. I think Link is probably one cycle behind Ethereum, and I think we could see a $1,000 Chainlink in the next cycle. Not saying this time, although that's not impossible. I wouldn't bet against Link on anything, but I think probably the $1,000 plus is probably due for the next full cycle, which is probably several years from now. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go back and look at, we looked at the RSI on the weekly. Let's look on the daily, see if we got anything else. Well, look what we're doing here. Pretty good signs here. Look at this. We haven't been above the 62, 63 level since when? Well, look at the date. It's almost a year ago to the day when we were at this level. If we could above 63. I would love to repeat this. So watch this on the daily for the Link ETH pair. If you see us above here, we're making new highs that haven't been done in over a year. Those are good signs. Okay? Especially since we made a low that we hadn't done since basically the end of our capitulation last year. If you remember, everything was really falling towards the end of December. So that's when we capitulated. We haven't been that low. We made a super low 27, a nice bounce and rebound. We want to look for it to take out that 63 level back in here and a more continuous move to the upside. If we continue to move up, I would think Link is really due for a bigger, more substantial turnaround. Now, let's look at one more indicator, which I don't really talk about much, but if you've made it this long in the video, you deserve it. So let's go look. This is called, anybody got it? This is the ADX and DI. So the ADX is this, the orange one, and the DI is actually both of these. So the DI positive is the green positive. The DI negative is the red. So this tells you, the ADX kind of tells you the strength of the move. And this, an easier way to think about it is the green is the bulls, the red is the bears. So who's in charge? Right now, it's the bulls. And the strength is pretty high. Anytime you're above 25 with the ADX, the orange, you're in a good, strong move. How long has it been since the bulls have been in charge and the ADX has been pretty high? Well, let's go back and look. It's been a while. I would say about a year. August again, right? We had a nice cross. The ADX is way up. Bulls in charge. All right, let's continue this move. Now, we had a nice bullish cross here, but what's the difference? Well, yeah, it's not a super break to the upside, but also it's a weak move. Your ADX is way down here, right? So watch this on the daily, the weekly. If you see this on the weekly cross, then you're in for a big move. As we saw here, this was the big Ethereum move coming. Cross to the bear side, right? Even though it's a weak move, on a weekly time scale, everything becomes magnified. Much more great to watch on the weekly time scale. Look at this. Link has been in charge and in very bullish territory for pretty much its whole life until last year when Ethereum made its big run. If we see this, first of all, we want to see on the daily, take out a nice bullish cross and keep continuing that. We want to watch this on the weekly. If we start continuing to close up and get a cross like this, or, we haven't really had a super bullish cross yet, ever, right? The bulls were in charge since the start of Ethereum Link, or Link Ethereum. So we wanted to watch this. What I like is that, we've made a low, we made a higher low, we've made a high, we've made a higher high with the ADX. Good signs. Let's look at the 3-day. We're getting close. Like I said, start with the daily, then work your way up. They get more strong as you move up. The 5-day. Look at the 5-day. Amazing. We're headed towards, are we going to continue or are we going to cross up? It remains to be seen. But now you know, ADX and DI. If you have any questions on that, let me know. Happy to help you, but just add it to your toolkit. The more tools, the indicators you have, the better. You want to have multiple indicators in agreement and not trade off of one indicator. When I make a trade, I have like 3 to 5 to 6 indicators, all saying very similar things. That's when you know you're more confident to enter or exit a trade. So enough with that. Let's look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. You want to keep your eye on this. 48 right now. We were 48 yesterday. Last week we were in fear. We even actually hit a greed about 3 days ago, I think, when at our peak here. So let's look at like on the 3-month. 38 is going to be our level to watch. That is been our support resistance for over a year. We'll go to the year chart. Look at all these lows. They're all at 38. Low, 38. Right here, 38. Came back up, 38. Look at our break when we broke it. We broke it back in the late April. Looking back, this was probably our foreshadowing that a bigger drop was coming. Hindsight's always 20/20, but we came out of it pretty quick, and then our May drop, right? So the Fear and Greed Index is pretty useful tool. So if we come back down, the reason I'm showing you this, if we come back down on the fear and greed and prices start dropping again, we want to hold that 38 level. If we hold that 38 and then bounce back off of it, great sign. It could be a more sustainable move on the horizon. All right, car of the day. If you've made it this far, 50 gold stars again. My dream car in high school was this one, a Ferrari 360 Modena. I love this thing. This is, came out in the early 2000s. Yes, I'm that old. I know I don't look that old, but I'm almost 38, folks. Get with it. But look at the engine. I loved this car. I still love it. It still looks good today. You see, I've seen a couple of these driving over the years, and I mean, they still hold the test of time for its design. They're coming down in price. I might have to get one. A couple of years. Chainlink, put link on the license plate. Might as well. I'd probably get it in yellow though. I kind of like yellow. What do you think? Red or yellow? They come in quite a few colors. Silver, yellow, black. What would you pick? All right, let's try something different. We're going to do movie of the day instead of quote of the day. Maybe end on a funny note. How about that? First person, let me see the first person who get this movie. You're going to get it. This is the easy one. We'll do harder ones. But that movie makes me laugh. Let me know if you've seen it. Let me know if you know what it is in the comments. I'll see you on the next video. Hopefully you like this. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you laughed a little bit. If not, with me, at me. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great one. That's it.